Hey everyone, this is Mayank Jhanji here, and this is how Nifty is right now placed. Since today's budget, there will be macro indicators, macro policies which will now define the movement of the stock market. So from that context, we have to what we have to do as a trader is that we should know what are those levels where things can trigger while macroeconomic policies will push the prices up and down of the stock market today. From a trader perspective, it is important that we keep in hold of, of the levels that we have to track. Those levels have to be well thought of based upon the positioning of the various participants, and then accordingly we can just based on those triggers, wherever those triggers get, they get active, take a trade, put a stop loss, and then let's see whether it works on your favor or not. So first of all, I just pick up the some of the major how the things are positions right now. First is FIs. So FIs right now are quietly heavily positioned on the short side. I'll show you an example. So if you see, this is the data from Sensible. This is FIs DIs data. Okay, so if you see right now on the options side, if you just read these numbers carefully, this is the setup as of Friday. FIs are long. They are open to on put side is around 4 lakh, and the call side it is minus 1.1 lakh. So they are long. They are long puts by 4 lakh contracts, and they have shorted the call contracts by minus 1.1 lakh. So it's a huge number. And why I'm saying is because if I just try to expand this whole data for this month, you see the trajectory is upwards. So every day they are adding positions, and similarly on the downside, on the call side, it is going on the lower side. So more contracts on the short side are getting added up on the calls. This is where probably the expiry happened somewhere here. This is where the expiry happened, and sorry, not here. It is there, and then you see a sharp dip, and since then again it is going up. So that means contracts are getting added. This particular table shows the futures open interest. This is where it got expired, and that's I think that's where it's Monday, then Tuesday expiry ke baad. This is where we stand, and now right now if we see, we are long by how much? 1.94 lakh contracts, minus 1.94 lakh contracts short on the future side. So minus 1.94 lakh here, plus around 4 lakh contracts on long on the put side, plus this here, and plus minus 1.1 lakh on the short side on the call. So that cumulatively we are extremely short. FIs are extremely short on the market. So the positive scenario could be that if some positive trigger comes, then the movement on the upside will be very, very, very sharply, very sharply, maybe, which probably can actually, put the BS off guard. So somebody who is short in the market has to be really little careful here. So first is, now if I just write down somewhere, is that FIs are extremely short. That's my first case. Extremely, sorry, I'll just write it again. So FIs are extremely, sorry, my spelling mistake is wrong. That's long for extremely short. Second thing is, but how is, what are the key levels that we watch out for, from where the trigger can come. Those levels are, now if I show you the options data and how it is placed. I'll go to my open interest data. See, this is how it is. And if you see here, the maximum open interest build-up happens on 25,500 call and 25,000 put on Nifty. So these are the two key levels that we have to watch out for from the perspective of where it can trigger a sharp rally in the downside or on the upside. That means once these levels get broken. Now if I just go back to the chart again, that's where officially my support also lies. Its support lies at 25,000. So this is a very, very crucial level because one, in this ascending support line also comes here. This is a horizontal, this trend. I mean the line also which ends here, and that's where the option data also says. So for me, I have to be very, very careful that whether this level today gets protected or not. For example, if there's any negative news, there's no fresh news on increasing the consumption, there's no change in STT, because there's a widely speculated that STT may be coming down. So any of the macro policies, if they don't fulfill the expectations of the investors, and FIs, and probably so the market will again slip sharply, and that's where this level goes into picture. So just be very mindful that that 25,000 is a level that Nifty cannot afford to lose if it goes down somehow. So this has to be protected, because if this gets broken, in my view, we are sharply looking at this level. I'll put a little piche, which is around 24400. So immediately 600 points downside can come once this level gets broken. So first trigger is that this level is protected. Secondly is 24,500. So this is a technical level. So I'll put up a kind of a range that between 24500 and 25500 and 25700 is where the resistance would lie. So we have to see whether Nifty is able to break those levels today if any positive news comes. And right now we're standing in the middle of it. Why? Because right now market is at 25320. We are exactly in the middle of everything. So the beauty thing, so that's the how setup is. So how should I trade? If I want to go fresh long, as usual I start with my fresh long thing. What should be my entry? My entry should be long के लिए if Nifty goes above 25550. I'm putting extra plus 50 over this because of volatility. My stop loss should be 25250. Just 300 points. It has to be a little big now, and I'll hope that if the news comes which can break this, can quickly take us to levels of target. Should be 26,100 bare minimum. That's how I see the market going high, because this will only be broken, and this kind of level only be broken if there is some really positive development which market is liking from the perspective of economy or the stock market itself, like STT or some taxation rebates. So something can only trigger this kind of rally. So watch out for these levels. We have to go fresh. If I'm existing long, for example, if I'm existing long means that I have long somewhere in the range of, let's suppose I'm assuming 25,100 to 25,300. So I have to just keep one stop loss of 25,000. That's my bottom line. If this not gets broken, I can keep my longs. Target is same. Target is first target is 25,800 and then 26,100. Same. Picture is very annoying. I think if you're seeing the video, it's pretty clear what I want to put as fresh short. So fresh short may my entry should be below 25,000. That's my pivotal level. In that case, my target is 24,400 to 24,450, approximately in this band. I want to achieve. My stop loss should be 25,250. The same way I am basically asking the I'm putting the stop loss for even a fresh long also. So this is how my setup is for existing shorts. Yeah, for existing short, my stop loss is 25550. Or maybe I am taking the buy trade. Target is same. Target is absolutely same, or maybe just one small level in between is 24,800, and then 24,400. That's how we should trade. While policies can trigger so from a trader perspective, I am more looking at the positioning and the sentiments, and my levels have to be very, very clear. Otherwise, in this whole gamut of news and announcements happening in the budget, you will get lost somewhere. So that is why keep hold of these levels and trade. On the Bank Nifty side, again, it's the picture is very, very clear. So if I have to, so if you see the market stands at 59610. My mother of our level 60,000. So 60,000 is the level which I have to watch out for. For the upside, for the downside, it's 58900, just to be very precise. So we are right now a little edge towards the upper band, and but since it's for day like budget, movement of 1.5-2% is not too much, for the Bank Nifty. So any of these levels can be triggered. So the levels same I'll just mention here also. For fresh long, my entry should be greater than 60,200. I'm keeping little buffer because of the volatility. My target 61,500 bare minimum. So it's a blue sky after that, but still just to put a level 61,500, and after that I'll put up some kind of trailing stop loss, not before that. My stop loss should be 58800. Very small stop loss of 400 points on Bank Nifty, and my target is around 1200 on points, so I am at 1:3 risk and reward, so quite favorable. For existing long, if you are, stop loss is 59,000. This is a tricky trade, because I'm already long, so, and I'm close to the upper band. So this is where my stop loss is. Target is same. For fresh short, this again levels are a little far off, and if you have seen the video, you will understand entry point is less than 58800. So it's around 800 points away. The entry point would be. My stop loss should be 59200, and my target here would be 57800. So 1000 point का मेरा एक downward journey है, and the stop loss is around 400 points. So yeah, again 1:2 का ratio पे we have risk and reward. For existing short, my stop loss is 60,200 from where my buy journey starts. Target is same, Target, okay, if I have target here, so one target is 58,800 because I'm already long, I'm already short, and then 57,800. So I can book some profit here and then some here, That's how we can trade. We'll look at the other index, how they are set up. Because we have to keep an eye on everything together, at the moment, because today it's a big day. Auto sector, if you see, auto index right now is a little weak, so it needs a push. It's weak because of EU, that India EU trade deal, because there a lot of European cars makers would get a deal. So for it to now cross, it has to cross somewhere, above 27,500, to make some meaningful recovery. So auto is weak. IT is again, I think I spoke earlier also in my previous videos, is right now testing its big head and shoulder pattern. I'll again repeat, so this is my left shoulder, this is my head, and this is my kind of right shoulder in making. If it breaks this level of 40,000 and goes up, then a major rally towards 43, 44 would come. If it starts coming down and breaks somewhere, like this level of around 36,500, for example, then we can see level of 32,000 also. So we are in the middle of it again. Let's see where it goes, but it's not happening today for sure. So just I'm telling, but it's in a neutral state. Nifty metal is in a hyperbolic stage, जिसमें कि हम कहते हैं कि it goes like vertically up. But then abhi we have just seen that in last one day it has fallen sharply. So after hitting its peak of 12478 on 29th, one day we just lost 5%. So major correction has happened. Let's see how it goes. But it is largely positive. Pharma right now is again defensive. I mean, right now a little weak. The good point, it is standing at its support levels, so support is there. That's a good thing here. So we're right now exactly close to our support on Nifty Pharma. So how should I put it? So Nifty 50 is right now in middle of its band. Breakout on either side will bring massive movement. Nifty Bank bullish, greater than 60,000 means it is going towards 61,000 or maybe a little more than that. Nifty Auto is weak. So yes, it is weak. IT in neutral. Metal bullish. Pharma weak magar close to support. So that means if any positive news comes, positive news come, then okay, I'll just mark those in green. So this can bring rally, this can bring rally, and this can bring rally. On the downward side, any weakness, this will go down, this can go down, and I think I will not put metal somewhere because metal is already bullish. Any news which means they probably try to curtail the prices of the domestic metal product producers, then it can go down. Otherwise, it's in a very strong bull run at the moment. So that's what the setup is on Nifty and other indices on the budget day. Just keep your stop losses and targets under check, and hopefully you will make good money. If you have any comments or queries, please do put out. I'm happy to work on that. Until then, thank you very much. Have a good day.